timeouts. Yeah, it's a lot. This is probably one of the first, actually the first survival game that I played. Name of the game is Icuras. They just made a major update. It's actually a DLC, The Great Hunts. I own the entire game. I have all the DLCs, and yeah, that's how involved I am with it. If you're not aware of what the story is, it's Earth has gone out to space, and we're looking for planets to terraform. And I know a couple of secrets about this game. I've made it to end game, and I'm not going to divulge what happened here. But nonetheless, I play this not so much for the missions, things of that nature, though I have done quite a few. My goal was to build. Now, this happens to be on Olypus right now. I have a base on Prometheus and a base on Styx. What I have noticed with this game is the more you add, and this has happened, I mean, this is going back in the past when the first game first come out. The more you add, the slower it goes. The developers have worked diligently, I will say that, in order to circumvent that. They're doing one hell of a job. The game is based on voxels instead of, what do they call it? Man, offhand I can't even think of the name, but I think you get an idea what I'm talking about. The building, actually no, this isn't voxels. This is my mistake. Procedural, that's what I was thinking of. Nonetheless, as I said, the main purpose of my plan is, challenging as it is, was the building. I have made quite a few bases around. This is my residence here. And bedroom, storage, take off third person, give you a better look around. Everything here you have to scavenge for, search, and build. Some of the creatures in the world, not all, by all means, but this game has given me a lot of enjoyment. There's one thing that this game does, which is consistent. You get an update once a week, every Friday. Occasionally it comes in on Thursday, but that is unique in gaming history. Updates. I have, they add so much content. There's so much to do. One other game I will mention that the building is a hell of a lot more intense is Enshrouded. I do have some videos out on my YouTube channel, Sasquatch_0234, if you want to check them out. This one is going to be posted on that channel as well. I am not a content provider. First and foremost, I don't do this for monetary value or anything. I do this for my own enjoyment and want to share what I'm doing. That's all. I love doing this and I love sharing. I will get into inviting people to the world. Just got to get a couple of hardware upgrades, and those are on order, so I'm working on it. Nonetheless, This is my home away from home, so to speak. Simple build. Got to contend with weather, creatures. It's a rough world. Now I do have the mode for the game set for easy. I wanted to build. That was my purpose. And build I have. Let's go visit the main complex. Still working on it. Still a few things I need to do. Yep. There she resides. That is my base. Fort Sanctuary. And again, this is about building, nothing else. Resources, animals. Deer will not attack. They will. It's a hybrid horse. The mower, which is over here. The mother will attack. The white one is the, call it a pup or birdling. It's the young. That one you can train, but you have to, unfortunately, euthanize the mother. So there's wolves, bears, and there is creatures. This also has an intense weather system. Seeing that I have it on the easy mode, it is not as destructive, but if you're not prepared, it will take down your base. Trees fall, lightning comes in, lightning storms that'll turn these trees into matchsticks. It's intense. You have ores all over the place, coal, rocks, stone, salt. This is oxygen. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to go into my inventory and show you what I have built. This is my inventory. I made this uniform, spacesuit here, backpack, extended, has a lot of space. There is weight. You got to watch your weight. In some of these, you can add buffs, where it gives me, like, if you look at the extra 2 pockets down towards the bottom, an extra 10 kilograms of weight capacity, plus an extra 4 suit slots. This game has got it all, and you have to survive. Let's go check out the base. Main entrance. To my left are my farm animals. There is farming. Although, I'm going to show you something. I got a couple of horses. I'm missing one. I had 4 cows and a bunch of chickens. There's a problem. If I go to my map, you see these? That one, that's my white horse, white stallion. That's a cow. How they got over there, I don't know. That is something I'm going to have to send over to the developers and figure out how they got over there. I can go get them just by setting them to follow me, but it takes a while. Believe me, they can't get out, so I have no idea how they got over there. With that said, the horses is a mount. They provide mount. You can ride them. Sheep provides wool. Cows provide milk, where you can make cheese and butter, and from the milk, chickens provide, obviously, eggs. With that said, windmill, where you can actually craft from. There's your recipes. There's butter, cream, but there's other places you can make these as well. These are all my inventory items that I have. These are all my weapons that I have down here, plus axe, pickaxe, knife, food items. Yeah, you got to keep yourself well hydrated and fed. Go back into my character screen. You need oxygen. You need to be kept fed and watered. Oxygen tank. I can go and fill this if I need to, but that lasts for quite a while. These are all of my stats. If you want to see all of it, it is pretty intense, as you can see. It has a lot to offer. Up above is my crafting, personal. These are all my personal crafting things that I could do on myself. The tech tree. When you first start out, you need to do missions in order to get points. These points here in order to purchase these. There's a tier of currency. You'll figure that out in the future. There's tier 2, more advanced equipment. These are all of the new items that they've just added with this new DLC. If you put the cursor on the start, it tells you what you need to do. I can unlock this one in Olypus. This one, I can't. I have to go to Prometheus to unlock it there. It's intense. And some of these are real tough. I will explain that momentarily. Let's finish the tour. Tier 3, real quick. Much more advanced and top. There's the top tier. I need to work on this, but I have to complete Qualright Liberation, which is the new DLC that was just downloaded. I know, I'm pointing and you can't see it. Funny. Anyway, let's continue with the tour. And this is a medium-sized base that I have. I have another one on sticks that's 10 times the size. A lot of work, people. Welcome to the reception. Information, little seating area, the kitchen, food and spirits. You can see all the kitchen area, refrigerator, freezers, storage containers, stove, all cooking, food preparation bench. That one over there is also a food preparation bench. I put 2 of them up. So I do a lot of cooking. I do that in real life too. Upstairs, we have the executive secretary. Directly across, we have the purchasing department. Still a few items that I need to add, but yeah, there'll be contracts and you'll need to purchase them. This is my office. Yep, my residence was up there as you saw, but this is my office. I planned on using every single material that is available in the game, and this is how I built this particular base. I've used every single possible material. That was one of my plans. With that said, let's finish the tour. Down here, again, is the kitchen. Can get just about everything. Oh yeah, by the way, all the lights work. Completely electrical, completely self-sufficient. You'll be seeing that momentarily as well. This is my refrigeration area, where I got additional freezers. I'll be putting in some refrigerators, a little bit of storage. Yep, be able to keep an eye on the farm animals out here. Let's go to one that I just finished designing today. Just finished. Security. Yes, I have a cell for any bad guys. In here, if you ever happen to, if I do get this to work, where I can have people come in, I have extra resources that if you need, help yourself. Arrows, bullets, rifle armament, casings, gunpowder. The problem is, if you're level 1, you can use everything in this game, even at level 1, as long as it's been made for you. On the other hand, if you need to craft something, you need to work yourself up the levels, bottom line. And over here, I have some weapons. These are made up at the substation, orbiting the planet. These you can make, this one and this one you can make here, but you need to farm platinum. These are all made up, except for this one and this one, they're made down here. This one, these two, and this one is made down here, but these two, those are made up at the substation. You'll figure that out as time goes along. Nonetheless, if you need something, I should have it up and running within the week, but if you do need something, help yourself. And that's security. Main plaza. Over here, down here, glass generators, biofuel, furnace, storage, fabrication, workbench, foundry. So I want to take a look at that real quick. I haven't finished the main office up here yet. That's work in progress. These are most of the main benches that you will start to make at the get-go in the game. The foundry, anvil, furnace, kind of old school. Your main crafting bench, which is what you're going to create in the beginning. Mortar and pestles, again in the beginning. Tier 2. And some tier 3. Everything. This bench here. That's tier 3, 4, tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some of the items cannot be made here. They've got to be made in the more antiquated benches. You'll learn that as you go. Again, upstairs. This is going to be an office up here. I haven't finished. That's one of my least of concerns. Next. This side is the laboratory and research. This is one of your first items that you're going to be building. It's an antique oxygen dissolver. There are upgrades. There's 2 or 3 of these. You don't need all of them, but you will start with this. This one over here, where are you? You're up above. Nope. Where did I put you? It's downstairs. I had to move it downstairs for some reason. Oh, electrical. Something about the electrical wasn't working. These are some of the armors that you can make at the substation. But again, you need to make sure that you have the currency to be able to do it. It's a lot of grinding. This you can make down here, the hunter chest. The hunter arm you can make down here. But all of the ones that you'll see with these lighter, that the names like LM Beastmaster, the LM Beast chest, the head, this you can make down here, and I found this to be the best armor in the game. Composite chest armor where you can make here. A lot of grinding. But this is a tier 3. I think it's tier 3 or tier 4, one of the 2. You're going to have to be up there in level to get there. So, but if you come, they're yours, and they'll work. You can use these. And let's check. This is to repair items that you made at the substation. You need these to do so. What I discovered, I think they took these out of the game because I can't find them out there in the substation. It turns out you can now travel back to the substation without losing your base, because in the past, you lost your base once you left the planet. Now it's different. You can go up and come back, everything should be here, but while you're up there, you're going to want to repair all of your equipment, specifically if you bought armor up there. So, I hope I'm not going too fast. Let's exit out of here. Storage, these are all made up at the substation, and again, you'll notice all of these require the new DLC, which has just been released past couple of days. So, and that's currency, that's special currency that you have to get. So, and you can see what they do. This one here is an inhaler that delivers a concentrated dose of chemicals which may assist your body with health and stamina regulation. Lasts for 1,800 seconds, 100 health, plus 30% chance to resist basic wounds, and yeah, you get the idea. Each one will do something different, as you can see. This one here, all different. You'll get it when you trust me. And these you can use once I get the world up and running for my friends. Alright? Alright. Next. Advanced alteration bench. This is where you take weapons like this one. You can see that I have a scope put on it. Let me go back there. Alright. Close. You can see where I have the down below it says Sniper 2. That is a special scope. You have to craft these in this bench simply by going here, finding the item such as weapons, guns, and these are all the craftable inserts that you would use. The scope one that I have is this one. Nope, it isn't. Where is it? Rifle. There we go. And the one that I got in is this one. There's another scope, which is this. Not as powerful, but still works just as well. Less expensive. These are more expensive, but you'll get the point later on. Once you craft this one, you can craft this as long as you have carbon fiber and glass. Get it? Got it. Alright. This is where you would insert them. You will put the weapon or item that you're upgrading or inserting these to this, and yeah, pretty self-explanatory. This is where I built the composite armor that I'm wearing now. Where are you? Right here. As you can see, it takes quite a few resources to be able to manufacture. But each one of these, if you look down at the very bottom, attachment slot available. And believe me, you can really do a lot to give you extra buffs. So, out of that, this is the chemistry bench, where you make most of your potions and health. Yeah, pretty intense. This piece here is going to be your lifesaver. This does almost the same thing as the mortar and pestle, 10 times the speed with less resources. In addition to other items that the mortar and pestle doesn't do. But everything else, yeah. Storage. More storage upstairs. This is brand new, introduced, I think in the second from the last. This new DLC, the previous update, this was actually free. And then there's another piece that I have elsewhere. You'll be seeing that in a moment. Nope, there it is. That's this one. This is a biofuel bio cleaner, and this one, organic residue cleaner. You're going to need this for the new DLC that just dropped. And the game's not that expensive, trust me. Got some uniforms up here. This is a different type. And just to give you an example, chest armor. Plus 12 physical, plus 30% cold, plus 30% heat, plus 5% exposure resistant. If you get all 5, you also get below that's grayed out. That addition. But if you look at my armor, I have the additional item installed, Restorative 1 chest. Extra pockets, extra weight, extra pockets, extra weight, additional 4 inventories. You get it? Still one of the best armors that, in my opinion, in the game. And again, I'm pointing. You can't see me. Leave me alone. I'm 67 years old. So, I talk to myself. At least right now it feels like I am. And no, I'm not a comedian. Alright, let's continue. There are 2 ways downstairs. I want to take you this way. I've got the stairs here, and obviously here, and on the other side. Here I have masonry, woodworking, storage, and supplies. We'll take a look at the storage and supplies. Wood piles, concrete furnace I use occasionally, and then there's my storage. All labeled. Iron ingots, the actual ore, straight across, sulfur, silica. You're going to have to farm all of these. Some additional wood. I've got labels on everything. Obsidian, bricks, and ore. There's the bricks, there's the ore itself. Fur, leather, clay bricks. Some of these are expensive, telling you right now. Here's some of the building materials that you'll be wind up creating. This is one of the first things that you're going to wind up building in order to communicate with this thing in the sky there. Like I said, I'm old. Miscellaneous. Tools and fertilizer. I haven't gotten any fertilizer made right now, but this stuff here is what you use for it. I also have it stored somewhere else. Just to point out something, two of the most important things you'll be making, the water pipe and the electrode. You're going to be using these a lot. So, you'll make those at the fabricator. Bone, along with the oxygen nodules, oxide, stone piles. There's all my stone. I don't use any of these. If I need more, I'll go farm more. That includes the wood. This is just for aesthetics purposes. Back here, furnaces, furnace. Each one will do something different while I'm cooking up something. As you can see. Biofuel generators. You need a full can of biofuel. Turn it on by holding, and that puts out 5,000 power. You'll see where it's all being stored. I don't need it because I'll show you why in a moment. Oops, that's it, turn on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 generators just in case. Glass maker. There's a more efficient biofuel manufacturer to make the biofuel for this. I just happen to enjoy using these. This is where you make all your biofuel. You'll need empty cans. These will be empty, and if you put in the correct recipes from here, then it'll fill them up. I just happen to like these a lot better. They're pleasing to look at. These are going to be your main furnaces. They do everything. These run off for electricity, and they require a lot of power. I only need 2 of them. That handles everything that I need. It does take some time for some ores to be processed. Out here is my water pumps. I have these off. This is biofuel, and I think that one is biofuel as well. Yep. These run off for electricity. And back here is the masonry shop. Is the mason, advanced masonry, advanced carpentry, advanced, one of the older advanced masonries. That one took over. This doesn't need electricity, but it does work faster with water. Some of these are powered by water and electricity, or water alone. Once you get, they'll work without the water, but at a lot slower pace. Let's see. Over here is one of the original masonry benches, and this thing. You're going to be best friends with this. Although that does cement as well, but yeah, you're going to love this thing. Storage, odds and ends that I got sitting in here. This here is your decoration bench, where you have just about all of the decorations available to you. Some of the decorations can be made in the masonry bench, advanced masonry, as well as the fabricator. But this is probably where you're going to want to make most of your decorations. Furniture, again, these were added into DLC a few years back, about a year ago, maybe. The Brutalist type of furniture, made out of stone. It's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you got an open oil. This is the machine that I was talking about for oxygen. I had to take it down because for some reason or another, it would not work off the electrical tool upstairs, but everything powers fine. It just wouldn't work upstairs. So I had to bring it down, and that was actually today. I had to do that today. So, again, give an example. I'm going to take my oxygen loop. Yep, don't have to. I can just bring it over, and it's going to fill it. Totally fill. These are ones that you would buy from the auto station. That's the name of it. And this one as well. You do require the currency to be able to make them. This one is much, much better. And this one here is the cheaper one. It stores up to 6,500 liters. This one here holds the same amount, but it lasts a lot longer. It's just a much better tank. So let's put it back, and I gotta chew on something. Run my food back up. You can see food is low and water is low. And consume. Now I'm full. You'll also get that down in here when I turn this off. You'll see it here on the bottom left. Brought over a normal crafting bench as well. I got 2 of them going. I just wanted to put this here to put some space in. I do use it. This is your trophy bench. This is where you would make all your trophies. I'll be showing that in a moment. This is what you got. All the animals. And let me show you the animals. Extra storage, odds and ends. Let's go back. And trophies. Here's some of the creatures. Yep. This is the mammoth. His head is huge. So make sure you have a large wall where you're going to put that up on. And this one is the elephant. Not as big as this, but just as big. That is what, those are what you would use. In fact, I think I got a couple made already. This is the message. I don't. I did put them all out. Yep. I used a lot of them for over my my residence. So, yep. All right. Out of there. And I'm gonna wrap this up real soon because it's getting to be a little on the long side. Let's see, what else we got here? Showed you that, showed you that. I showed you that. Okay. Showed you the water pumps. Power. You'll be making these. This is, you're gonna need this at the get-go of the game. Hands down. This is new. Normally you would have only had 2 screens here, and now you got 4. That's with the new DLC, the Great Hunts. I'll take you into it. It's the campaigns. Far right, Olypus, Gargantuan, Styx, Line Tusk, Prometheus. These, if you beat these, you get special weapons drops that are upgradable to 81 different ways that you choose. The bow, tactical bow, sniper rifle, and flamethrower. Yeah. Pretty intense. These are your upgrades for the antenna. This will be your first one that you make. The second one that you make, that's where you get encoded operations. Here you get encrypted operations. And here is a brand new one that they just put in from the BioLab Norex. You get into this. Let's go to missions. Going in here. No, I gotta take you up to the station. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that up to you. These are my, yeah, I'm leaving that up to you. You need to see it and experience it on your own. I'm not going to, yeah, I can't think of the word. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So, with that said, I built a pathway out to this side as well as there. It's the same thing, but it just made it look a little bit more homey. Solar panels, which powers the entire base without even the generators. I'll show you why in a moment. Here we have the forge. It has to be put outside. You can't build it inside, it's got to be put outside. This is where you'll make some pretty intense weapons, axes, pickaxes, bows, yeah. As you can see, it's pretty extensive. Cold steel axe, a lot of damage. These were gotten from the again, I forgot it. Anyway, you got it. Now the coup de grace. What powers this entire base? Battery storage. All of these. They hold up to 6 million kilowatts a piece. And this is what's powering the base. Those solar panels, recharge them every morning. Every time the sun comes up, it recharges. I have very little power going out, and if you really need to get to the nitty-gritty, you got the panel up here that you have to create, This is electricity. It tells you everything you need to know. Everything. Power that's being used right now is stuff that I have on. See, as you can see, the deep freezers need to stay on. The electric water pump needs to stay on. I'll show you the aeroponics in a moment. The creature deterrents that I have around to keep wildlife away, because they will destroy your base if they get a slip of you. I'm pointing again. Lights, that type of thing. Most of everything else is on idle, and a lot of the items I have turned off because I don't really need them. Okay? But you'll look, my supply, my demand right now is at 25,000 kilowatts. If you look here, it's not going to be used. The sun will come up beforehand. As it is, it's what, 3 a.m. in the morning? You can see it in the top right-hand corner. It's almost 4 a.m. in the morning. The sun comes up at around 6. And then the panels are turned back on. Oops. Go up here. You'll see little green lights in the center of these, right where the cursor is, as the sun comes up and hits it. The advantage is, if you want to make it daylight real quick, simply go here, find yourself a bed, start your bonfire or fire, and sleep. It's daytime already. The minute you hear that whistle, that's how fast it is. But if you think about it, that's how fast the night goes when you are asleep. Fall asleep, it's daytime. And you don't want to get out of bed. So once the sun comes up from the mountains on the backside, these solar panels will turn back on and start recharging the batteries, and by midday the batteries will be fully charged. Here's my hydroponics. You can grow these outside using wood in the old-fashioned way. I don't need a big one anytime I need to plant something. I have my extra seeds over here of just about everything that grows on the planet, except for one. They've introduced bananas, but I have to kill the big monkey first in order to be rewarded with the bananas. And that's in the new Great Hunts DLC. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Icuras. And after playing it since it came out almost 2 years ago, I've gotten a lot done. And as I said, this is not my only base. There are 3 other worlds. Prometheus, actually 2 other. Prometheus and Styx. Styx will probably be your first DLC that you're going to need. But I have found this game absolutely incredible, enjoyable, and it's a lot of fun. Give you a bird's eye view. There's a camera mode by pressing number 8 on your number pad of the keyboard, and you can get yourself a bird's eye view. And this world is absolutely gorgeous. You'll see it much better once the sun comes fully up. I'll stick around for that as long as I can. This is your pod that you can use to come down from the station above. There's an external water area. Keep in mind, you can't drink the water directly. You need to purify it. There are ways to purify it. There is a water purifier system. I chose not to use it in this build because the sink in the kitchen purifies my water automatically. And that's all I really need it for. The animals can drink directly from this. It's not going to harm them. So, I'm not sure what you think. I hope you like the world. I will have it up and running for friends that wish to join. And go to town. Have fun. It's a great great game, and I thank the developers for coming up with it. It has kept me busy for a few years, and I wouldn't change a thing. You gotta realize I can't afford TV, cable TV. So I spend my funds that I do have on the high-speed internet available, and this keeps me busy. And I'm having a ball doing it. So with that, I'm just gonna bring it over here and let you see what the place looks like. I gotta go check that out. I didn't even realize there was a house up there. Anyway, once the sun hits it, you'll get the scope of what I've done. And again, this is not the biggest base. It's just one that I did to use all of the materials available, and had a ball doing it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comment, subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Here's the sun.